Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Logan from West Desert Shooter. This video is from the January 2020 Sweat Springs PRS match. So the main goal of this match was to test out my new optic from Arken Optics. This is their EP4 4-16 model. This has a 34mm tube, a zero stop, first focal plane, and ED glass, a very impressive piece of kit, and it comes in at an awesome $550 right now. There is a link in the description below. It's an affiliate link. If you guys want to check out that scope, please do. This is me field testing the optic to make sure it's actually good. Yes, it's an affiliate link, but I'm not going to recommend it unless it actually works, and the proof from this day was that it absolutely works. So on this first stage, there's a total of 10 rounds. You're shooting 2 rounds at 2 different targets off of 3 obstacles. So I start on the T-post, I move over to the spool, now I'm on the tire. So it's 1 round at a close target, 1 round at a far target. On this first one, I'm doing holdovers within the reticle. This is possible because it's a first focal plane. Later on, I will be dialing the turrets instead to change between targets. Now, a small detail you may not have noticed, the first time I was on this spool, I had my right knee on the ground. Here I have it supporting my elbow. This is only my second true PRS match with centerfire rifles, so I'm always learning, but for some reason I remembered to do that on the second time I was on that spool, but not the first time. This T-post was excessively wobbly and takes a long time to get on target. Even still, my crosshairs were all over the place. I was just trying to time the shot as the crosshairs came across. I was also doing a hold vertical and wind on this. The rifle I'm using is from Uintah Precision. It is a UPR-10, which means it is a bolt action upper for an AR-10. If you watch the video here, you'll see that I'm manipulating the bolt extremely fast. That's possible from their Gen 2 bolt. This new bolt feeds super reliably, ejects better. It's an overall better system. So this one, I do something incredibly dumb here. I move after only shooting 2 rounds when I'm supposed to be shooting 4 rounds. I'm confused why they're telling me not to move. I soon realize my mistake, and then that puts me under pressure this entire stage, trying to get caught back up. You can see me there dialing the turrets around. This was a pretty drastic, I think it was like a 300-yard target out to an 800-yard target or so, somewhere in there. I believe I was able to score 5 impacts out of 12 on this. Time was very limited on this stage, and it definitely felt like you needed to rush each available shot. However, I had a giant mix-up in the start, and that kind of put me behind from the beginning. So the idea here, 2 shots at a close target, 2 shots at a far target, 1 off the left beam, 1 off the center that I'm setting up on now, and then I was supposed to do another 4 shots on the right side. However, I was unable to make that time limit. In plain view here is my Sidewinder dope chart holder. I fill this out before each stage. I'll write down what my dope is supposed to be for each target, and then write what I'm supposed to dial or hold for. Pretty simple, excellent tool, very worthwhile in shooting like this. This is a really fun stage. A little bit of strange camera work here from my coworker, but I appreciate it from filming anyway. So this stage, you're on a platform suspended by chains. So every time the rifle recoils, you wiggle back and forth, and every time you cycle the bolt, you're going to start wiggling back and forth. It's 1 target. You had 10 rounds to shoot, 90 seconds. I believe I scored 8 rounds out of 10 on this, which is pretty good for the other stages I did. This is probably the best stage I had. Super fun. This target was an IPSC with a center heart shot flapper. So there's about a 5-inch circle. If you hit it dead center, it would knock that center plate and you could actually see it move. My first shot at this, and I believe this is 596 yards. First shot after dialing it with the Arken, center punched it, and I did have a few follow-ups that center punched it as well. Now this stage is a timed stage along with the points that you score. So this is a tiebreaker stage, meaning that they will account for time on this stage as well as hits overall to affect the score. If there's a tie for any position as far as impacts go, whoever does this stage faster will advance above the other shooters. I was well aware that I was not going to be worried about being tied with someone, so I just wanted to get more impacts than to go for raw speed. Really cool shot here. That Uintah Precision running excellent for me out at this PRS match. Super fun rifle. There are some stages that we did that had 12 rounds, and I had the advantage of having a 20-round capacity magazine, so 12 rounds is not an issue for me at all. A lot of people run 10-round magazines on their AICS mags, and then they have to come up with some way to have an extra 2 rounds. Luckily, I just stuff another few in there, and I'm ready to go. Dropping down here. This target is hard to find on the hillside. It's kind of just stuffed out in some sagebrush. It's been shot up a lot. It's very gray, hard to find, and there's no real point of reference for finding your target. So the trick is just finding your target each time. Well, hey, I hope you guys appreciate this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more of this match, I made another video on Preferred Barrel Blanks YouTube channel. Preferred Barrel Blanks is what I run on my rifles as well as my coworkers here. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Ultimately, I ended up taking 16th out of 35 shooters here at this match, which is not too bad. I feel pretty good about the way I finished things out. This is only my second match, like I stated, so I'm feeling pretty strong about that finish. However, I did go out with some coworkers from Preferred Barrel Blanks, and Rylan, who works for Preferred, ended up getting tied for 3rd in this match, which is an awesome performance. So great job, Rylan. I appreciate you giving me some tips and helping me out with some gear along the way. And hopefully I'll be able to make it out to more matches and share more videos with you guys. So we'll see you guys in the future. Thanks for watching.